Last week around the world. I'm here to bring you the most interesting news and highlights from last week around the world. Are you ready to listen? Number 1. Want to go on a date with the girl or guy you like, but don't have any money for expenses? Don't worry, we'll give it to you. Did the date go well and you're getting married? Go ahead, we'll pay for that too. Got married but don't have a house to live in? Don't worry, we'll take care of that too. Wait. By we, I don't mean me, but the South Korean government. Don't pack your bags to move to South Korea just yet. So what's the problem? South Korea has the lowest birth rate in the world. The fertility rate is the average number of children born to a woman. Ideally, this rate should be at least 2.1, meaning that each woman needs to have about 2 children to maintain the population. But in South Korea, the rate is only 0.72. In other words, they are barely having 1 child. To make matters worse, this rate has been falling every year. Why is this? Because having and raising children there is incredibly expensive, especially when it comes to educating them. Even if both husband and wife work, their income is barely enough to cover the cost of raising children. The cost of living is so high that buying or even renting a house is a big challenge. As a result, many of the younger generation in South Korea have decided not to get married. The money they earn is just enough to keep them happy, but not enough to start or run a family. The current population of South Korea is 51 million, but it's estimated that in 76 years the population could fall to 26.8 million. That's why South Korea is spending hundreds of billions of dollars to boost its birth rate. They're offering couples 500,000 Korean won just to go on a date, 20 million if they get married, and 30 million to help them buy a house after the wedding. But there's one condition: they must bear children. Number 2. One man used his collection of 600 Rolls-Royce cars to welcome Indian Prime Minister Modi to Brunei. This man is the second longest reigning monarch in the world. He is Sultan Hassan Al Bolkiah, the king, monarch and Prime Minister of Brunei. He is also the owner of the world's largest collection of private luxury cars, valued at around $5 billion. Sultan Hassan Al Bolkiah owns more than 7,000 luxury cars, including 600 Rolls-Royces. He even holds a Guinness World Record for his car collection. His impressive collection includes 450 Ferraris, 380 Bentleys, as well as Porsches, Lamborghinis, Maybachs, Jaguars, BMWs, and McLarens. For his daughter's wedding, he had a bespoke Rolls-Royce covered in 24-karat gold. Sultan Bolkiah resides in the Istana Nurul Iman Palace, which holds the Guinness World Record for the largest residential palace in the world. The palace itself is lavishly decorated with 22-karat gold. Quite an interesting and luxurious life, isn't it? No Indian president has ever visited Brunei, but Modi traveled there at the invitation of the Sultan. His visit was to mark 40 years of diplomatic relations with Brunei. Until now, not many people knew that such a king even existed in our world. Number 3. Swedish scientists have made a revolutionary breakthrough in cancer treatment. They have developed nano-robots that can precisely target and destroy cancer cells in the body. These nano-robots have been developed by the prestigious Karolinska Institute. They are incredibly small and can enter the human body and stop the development of cancer cells and tumors without damaging healthy tissue. According to Professor Hogberg, these nano-robots are being developed at low cost, making this advanced technology accessible to everyone. Scientists are optimistic that in the near future, these nano-robots will be able to easily eliminate any type of cancer cell. Dear friends, would you believe me if I told you that reading one of the most interesting stories could change your whole life, or that simply reading this story to your children could teach them the values they need for life? What if I told you that for every problem you've ever had or will have in your life, you could find the solution just by reading a story? Yes, it's possible, and only with the greatest epic ever told in the history of mankind, the Mahabharata. This story is 100 times better than any blockbuster film. It's a challenge. The complete story of the Mahabharata, as told in the words of Vikram Aditya, is available in 2 parts, both as books and ebooks, on Amazon and 43 other online stores. This book is available in 54 languages worldwide. I've included links in the description below this video. Order it immediately, because it's not just a book, it's a library that your life needs. Number 4. Everything Kim Jong-un does in North Korea is bound to make headlines. Recently, the North Korean government sentenced 20 officials to death. The reason? In the state of Chagong, heavy rains caused landslides that collapsed 4,100 houses. There was significant loss of life and property, with more than 1,000 people killed and thousands more injured. The cities of Sinuiju and Uiju were more than half underwater. The disaster was so severe that an investigation was launched which concluded that the loss of life could have been prevented if the right measures had been taken in time. The government was blamed for the disaster. As a result, a commission of inquiry found 20 officials responsible for failing to prevent such a major natural disaster and sentenced them to death. In this case, the natural disaster caused the deaths of these 20 officials. Number 5. You've probably heard of Neuralink. This technology is being developed to restore sight to the blind. The research has been going on for some time, and recently the FDA gave their approval. Let me explain how it works. Neuralink is a brain chip company founded by Elon Musk. A small chip called a Neuralink is implanted in the human brain and connects the brain to a computer. For visually impaired people, a camera is attached to their head and connected to the Neuralink chip. This camera captures visual data that is transmitted directly to the brain via Neuralink, which converts the data into visual information that the brain can understand. In this way, even the blind can regain their sight. Musk really is remarkable, isn't he? Just mind-blowing. Number 6. Sleep is essential to a healthy life. Typically, a person should get 6 to 8 hours of sleep every day. People like Sadhguru and Elon Musk are known to sleep as little as 4 hours. Without adequate sleep, both physical health and mental development can suffer. But what if someone told you they only sleep 30 minutes a day? Hard to believe, isn't it? It seems almost impossible. But Daisuke Hori, a 40-year-old man from Hyogo, Japan, has been sleeping just 30 minutes a day for 12 years. He has trained himself to live this way and remains very healthy. Despite his claims, doctors and the media found it hard to believe him. So Japan's Yomiuri TV tested him by putting him under 24/7 live surveillance for 3 days. During this time, Hori slept for a total of only 26 minutes. He remained very active, going about his daily routine and training. Hori explains that by sleeping only 30 minutes a day, I doubled my life. In the last 12 years, I've lived 24 years. We've heard about Arjuna conquering sleep in the Mahabharata, but now we're witnessing it in real life. Hori is proof that when a man sets his mind to something, he can achieve the unimaginable. Number 7. History knows when, where and how to reveal its secrets. When the time is right, it brings everything to light. Around 550-330 BC, some people were working near a salt mine when an accident occurred and they were buried in the mine. At the time, the truth of what happened remained hidden. Recently, while investigating the salt mine, researchers discovered a naturally mummified sheep. When they checked its age, they were shocked to learn that it was over 1,600 years old. Curious about what else might be there, they continued to search and discovered the bodies of several people, naturally mummified in the same way. These people had been preserved by the salt in the mine, which had protected their bodies for all these years. The bodies were found in the same position they were in when they died, like someone putting their hands up to protect themselves when a heavy object falls on them. Archaeologists and scientists believe that these workers belonged to the Achaemenid dynasty of Persia who perished in the salt mine. Number 8. According to the Indian Fortune Index 2023-24, Virat Kohli paid USD 7.86 million in taxes, placing him at the top of the list of tax-paying sportspersons. In the overall list of celebrity taxpayers, Kohli ranks 5th. Bollywood superstar Shah Rukh Khan tops the list, having paid Rs 92 crore in taxes in the last financial year. In the sports category, Kohli is followed by Mahendra Singh Dhoni, who paid Rs 38 crore in taxes. Sachin Tendulkar paid Rs 28 crore and Sourav Ganguly paid Rs 23 crore. Tamil actor Thalapathy Vijay is the second highest taxpayer after Shah Rukh Khan, who pays Rs 80 crore, followed by Salman Khan paying Rs 75 crore. Amitabh Bachchan comes next with 71 crores payment, followed by Virat Kohli paying 66 crores, Ajay Devgan pays 42 crores and Ranbir Kapoor 36 crores. It's important to note that Virat Kohli comes from a middle-class family, but to reaching to this level today is purely due to his hard work and dedication. Friends, the content in the next episode will be on a whole new level. Don't miss it. Let's meet again next Saturday at the same time. Be sure to order my Mahabharata book right away. I've included the links in the description below this video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so immediately. Until then, take care. Bye.